Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverley and it is lovely to see you today. In this video I'm going to be talking about thrifted items for your altar and what I personally use. So grab your cup of tea, let's get to it. So I am a thrifter. Anybody who's on this channel regularly will have seen a lot of these products when I've bought them and thrifted them. I do monthly thrift hauls here on the channel, so if you enjoy things like that, don't forget to subscribe. But I would definitely say that although I love the treat yourself movement, I'm also a big fan of thrifting, and I think we need to move away from buying new, buying things that have been created specifically for witchcraft, because I think witchcraft now has become, it's resurged and a lot of people are getting into it, which is amazing, but it also means that there's a lot of businesses starting up trying to sell you decor items, trying to sell you items for your altar, and they can be quite expensive. But I do find as soon as I put a post up on Instagram that says witch, I get bamboozled with 5 million people trying to sell me things for my altar. But my altar is actually mostly items that I've thrifted or that have been gifted to me, or I've taken from family. Like they're like, I'm gonna throw this away, and I'm like, oh no, I can use that, and I'll grab it up. So I think it's really cool to just talk about this, and I want to show you what I specifically have thrifted and what I use in my daily practice. That's what we're talking about today. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. Let's get to it, shall we? First item that I want to talk about is my candlesticks. Now, candlesticks I love. I've got quite a few different thrifted candlesticks, and I do want to show them to you because I think it's quite important to remember that candlesticks are not used that much anymore. People don't really use candles as much as they used to. One thrifted item that I got for like £2 is this little tea light holder. It's like asymmetric and it sits here on my desk, and I really love that. I also thrifted these, it's like a little tea light holder, see, but it like swings. It looks kind of medieval. I look at it and I think, wow, you're kind of medieval, but I really like it. And I think these were like £2 for like 2 of them. It's crazy. But the ones that I have on my altar here are brass, and they have twistiness on the stem, and they are beautiful. I got them for, I think they were like £2.50 or something crazy. You can find stuff like this quite a lot on eBay and places like that. Candlesticks is the #1 thing that I find whenever I go thrifting. I tend to not steal, you know, pick up every single candlestick that I find, although it is very tempting because, you know, you've got to leave for other witches to find the goodies. But I do find that a lot of the time the candlesticks that I find really come in handy. It gives that real spooky vibe, I suppose, that witchy aesthetic. You kind of feel really witchy if you've got all these candles lit. I don't know how to explain it, but I also love that I can incorporate them into spells. They're useful. They're just a useful thing, and they're usually quite cheap because people are getting rid of them. Crazy, I know, but people are getting rid of it. If you're lucky enough to have an altar space, candlesticks are a great way of just bringing that spooky atmosphere, ceremonial feeling to your space. It's beautiful. Candlesticks, perfection. I love them. And you can buy like candles that are not actual, you know, flames. They're pretend, and they're really nice to have in your space as well. You still get in that vibe. So if you're not able to light candles, you can still get the vibe, you know. It's cool. The next thing I thrifted was a glass bowl, and at first I kept my crystals in it, but now I have another bowl that's bigger to keep my crystals in because it's a little, yeah, my collection keeps growing, but still I think we all have that problem. But what I love about this bowl is it's the perfect size to make black salt. What I used to do is collect all my ash separately, so it would be in a normal little holder, and then we'd collect the ash when it was full. And then I saw someone on TikTok and they were like, why not put it in a bottle, light your, and you get the smoke, but then the, you know, and it goes in the bottom and you can collect the ash and then just add it to the salt. And I thought, why not just skip all those processes. So now I have salt, and I actually thrifted salt with peppercorns, so that's in there. And then I light my joss sticks or my incense and I put it in there. It burns down and falls into the bowl, and then when I finish I just use a stick from the incense to mix it up, and genius. And then if I need some black salt I can just take it out of there, grind it up, and I'm good to go. Genius idea, brilliant idea. So if you come across a bowl of some kind, bowls are brilliant to thrift. Brilliant. I really am grateful for seeing that little tip on TikTok because it saves so many steps. And I did a video recently about accessible witchcraft. I'll leave a link to that down below. But that's making it a little bit more accessible because I'm skipping steps. You know, instead of having to do this and then that and then that, and then we've got black salt, I just kind of mushed them together, and genius. The next thing I thrifted that I use every single day, literally every single day, is these little sherry glasses, and they're different colours. And I use the different colours to signify the different, so I've got one for Diana, one for Archangel Michael, and one for my ancestors, and I use it for the offering of water or wine or whatever I'm giving them that day. It's just genius because a sherry glass is just enough to give as an offering. It's a perfect amount. And I also thrifted some little bowls. They're really cute little bowls that I use to leave offerings for Diana and Michael. And I think the sherry glasses were like 30 pence each, and I think the bowls were like 50 pence for both of them. Crazy cheap, and I use them every day. And honestly, when I used to read about, you know, give offerings of water and stuff, I used to think, what am I supposed to give them in? A glass of water is a lot of water, then what do I do with that water? Like, what am I doing? What happens? I was very confused by it all, but when I found these sherry glasses, I was like, that now it makes sense. And I think that's the way a lot of the time with witchcraft. You have to find what makes sense, what works for you, and putting my offerings into sherry glasses just change the game. And using these little bowls for crystals and little things I find on walks, like leaves and feathers and things that I put in there for them, just keeps everything neat and tidy. I like things to be neat. I know people talk a lot about having messy altars. Mine never gets really messy because although I do a lot of witchcraft, I also spend a lot of my time cleaning and tidying up because it's my bedroom as well and it's my space, so I like it to be clean and tidy. But that's just me. Not everyone's the same. The last thing I have is a little statue for Diana. Now, Diana is a triple goddess, and there are a lot of statues that you can buy for your deities, and they are expensive. They can run anything from like £30 upwards to like £1,000. It's insane. Just go and Google your deity and statue and you'll be astonished. And I thought I really want, like, my mum had bought me for my birthday like a little statue of Archangel Michael to represent him, and I wanted something for Diana. Diana came to me after Michael, so I'd already got this little statue for Michael, and I thought, I can't leave her out. She's a goddess, he's an archangel, you know, they're both amazing, they both deserve something, but I can't afford these statues. What am I gonna do? So I went to the charity shop and I was just perusing, as you do, and I came across the statue, and honestly it's so beautiful. It's in, I don't know what it's made of, but it cost £2. The price is still on it, and it's beautiful, and to me it just represents the triple goddess, and I have it on my altar. She looks gorgeous. She's next to my Diana offering plates and my Diana candle, and it's just beautiful. I just love having it there. It just feels right, you know. It's so funny, the things that represent your deities aren't always the things that you would expect to represent them, and I'm always looking out for things like this that can represent people or can represent my deities and be used in this way. And this was probably someone's grandmother's and just sat on the fireplace or something for years, and now it's being used in a sacred way. But isn't it gorgeous? I absolutely love this so much. I think it's so beautiful. So if you've been watching my thrift hauls and things for a while, I'm hoping that you will see that when I hold something up and say this is going to be used in my altar, this is going to be used for this, that you'll see that I do actually use them. They are actually utilised for that purpose. Find myself sometimes, I watch thrift hauls and I sometimes can feel like maybe that person isn't using them like they say they use them, or maybe they're just buying it for the sake of having content. Like, I don't know how people thrift in every video. I don't know how they do it, because I can only thrift like once a month or I go insane. I hope that you see that I do actually use these things. The main things I would say to look out for if you're wanting to build an altar is things that you can leave offerings in, whether it's a plate, whether it's a cup or some kind of glassware. Something that you can leave an offering on is amazing, because that is going to help so much. You're not using a plate from your kitchen that somebody else, it can just be, you know, symbolically for that deity or for that purpose, and that's what it's all about, really. I would also look for candlesticks, definitely. Things, if you are into ceremonial magic, things like goblets, letter openers are great to use for athemes. Ugh. I don't know how to say that word. I'm sorry, I don't do that. I don't use it, but you know, if you do, things like letter openers are great for that. Or you can sometimes find knives and fork sets, things like that, that are being thrifted. And sometimes if you say I just want the one, they'll sometimes do you a deal. Look out for books. Books are a big thing. I got a massive thrift haul of books from the charity shop not too long back, and it was amazing. I was just like, oh, and this one, and this one, and this one. It was just incredible to thrift all these books. Statues are great. A lot of people whose grands have died, it feels so sad to me that their things are then given to charity shops, but if their children aren't interested in that style, then that's fine. Leave it for us to repurpose and reuse them. And quite often you'll find something and it'll stand out to you. It's kind of like when you're crystal shopping. It's like your deity has picked that thing out, or your guide has picked that thing out, and it'll kind of stand out to you in the same way as the crystal that you're meant to get from the crystal shop will stand out to you. It's very, very similar. That feeling of, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to use that for. And that is amazing to see and feel. But yeah, that happened to me. So you don't need to necessarily buy these really expensive statues. You can always ask for one for Christmas present, or maybe if you get birthday money or something, or save up. And in the meantime, as a placeholder, use something that just represents. Or sometimes you might find that you'll find something like that triple goddess one and then be like, I don't need a really expensive one. If somebody wants to buy me an expensive one, great. Awesome, but it's not needed, it's not necessary. So I think that's really important to bear in mind. It's just things that you can see in a shop that you look at and you go, oh, I'd really love to get that, but I can't afford it. Bookmark it, take a picture of it, save it to your Pinterest, whatever you need to do, and then when you're thrifting, look out for something similar. You'd be surprised how many things are in this, cannot talk. Oh. You'll be surprised how many things will be in the charity shop that you'll be like, this is exactly perfect for this thing that I've been wanting for a while. So go out there, have a look and see what you can do. A lot of these charity shops are just that. They're raising money for charities. So why not use your money in a more resourceful way and help a charity? What's better than that? What's more spiritual than that? I just don't know. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was a bit babbly. I'm not feeling too well today, but I really wanted to get a video out to you. I love making content for you. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely head down below and let me know with a cheeky little like, so I know you enjoyed it. I can bring more to this channel like this. I love showing how amazing thrifting can be. So if you enjoy thrift content, you're in the right place. While you're down there, don't forget to leave me a comment. I would love to know your best thrifted find. Like, what did you find that you were just like, oh my goodness, this is exactly what I was after? For me, it's the triple goddess little statue that I found. Just perfect thing, just exactly what I needed at the time. So let me know that. Let me know all the things, all your thoughts and feelings on thrifting, everything down below in the comments, because I love chatting to you, my little butterfly family. And last but certainly not least, if you enjoy my content, if you like my face, don't forget to head down below and click that little subscribe button. Gizmo would be so happy to see you as part of his little butterfly family. We would love to have you along, so definitely hit that little subscribe button and ring that little bell. So hit that little subscribe button, ring that little bell, so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, my health permitting. I always do my very best to be here with you every week, twice a week. Have an amazing week, my darlings. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.